Attention students, welcome to class. Time for today's announcements. They are as follows. A reminder, all chubsters listening out there, that we're rounding up your fat little asses for an important fitness meeting after school. And you know who you are. You know, this is how it went down? Almost like this. They had an announcement, the South Carolina school, announcing that the fatter kids in the school, there was going to be a sort of like a fat awareness meeting, and that they'd already gotten letters and they better show up for the meeting. And obviously some parents of aforementioned fat kids got upset, and now it's a tussle. And now some school officials, skinny or fat or not, have some answering to do. They're enraged. They're enraged. Should they be? School says, just trying to help. Scottie, I can think of a number of other ways to do it, and not on the PA system.
Well, first of all, I am highly offended. You've used the word fat. I think from now on, for the rest of the segment, we need to use weight loss challenged. I don't want to offend anybody in the society that we live in today. That would be horrible. But no, I'm appalled by this. And I'll be honest with you, when we're sitting here in a time when everybody's talking about bullies, you know what? This is a case of bullying, and the bad part is it's coming from the teachers that we actually respect and are supposed to be teaching our students.
All right, Dave, a good, kind soul that you are, you would agree, no doubt, with the notion the school was looking out for the kids' own good.
I feel bad for those kids. I mean, you shouldn't...
You've always been thin, haven't you? Then shut up.
Shaming overweight kids is not the solution to childhood obesity.
Pointing at them is.
Childhood obesity is a major problem, Neil. We have
But on the PA system, attention fatties, we're going to have a meeting after school?
You did it.
Hey,
I didn't
I'm
know
sorry.
no word.
Attention calorically challenged.
Thank you.
Look, the reason the schools are cracking down in this area is because the parents are not, and a third of American kids are obese. And in South Carolina, you have a third of kids who are obese. And today's,
tough love
today's obese kids are tomorrow's diabetes victims. They're tomorrow's heart attacks.
And by the way, if they lose the weight, John Layfield, they won't be on next week's announcements, right? So.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Look, this was a terrible way to go about this, but these teachers are supposed to teach these kids and prepare them for life. Obesity has gone from 12% in 1962 to almost 36%. Our nation has a problem. Healthcare costs
So you agree
are now
with us?
more.
You agree with us?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I don't agree with the method. Neil, I do not agree with the method. I don't agree with shaming these kids into a meeting.
No, of course you don't agree with the method because you can beat up people. I mean, if you don't like it, you can I'm just saying, I cannot imagine this will go up, but I will say, to Dave's point, and I think Scottie will agree, I think their intentions were good. They just, when you step back and say, geez, you know, it really wasn't a good idea to make it part of the morning announcements, right?
No.
Or it really wasn't a good idea to send a letter of all the kids we think are fat. And when, by the way, if you got that, you can say, no, I'm just Big Mom. But you know what I'm saying? It really puts them in a compromising position, trying to do good.
Completely. And here's the problem. Yes, we do have a problem with weight loss challenged children in our country today. It is hurting our insurance costs. But why do you sit there and say because the parents are failing that the school needs to step in? That's very Big Brother to me. I don't want the government sitting there and telling my child.
What if all brothers and sisters are paying the cost, to your point? Then the Big Brother does, right? That's what you're saying?
Right. Getting on the PA system is not the solution, but what a lot of
what do you think they got on the PA system the way I said? What a lot of
states have done is mandated what kinds of foods the schools can serve.
That's fair.
That's not great, but
I'll go with that.
But now you said that there are limits to that kind of stuff.
And the next step is going to be telling parents what food they can send their kids to school with.
Well, that's already happening. No, that's already happening.
We just finished sitting here going through a shooting because a kid was mentally unstable. There is nothing more hurtful to a child, especially in middle school, than being publicly abused or humiliated by your friends. You will never be able to get over that. I would rather take a knife to the heart.
You will always be remembered, John Layfield, as the kid who was mentioned in the morning announcements.
Exactly.
Yeah, look, the method was terrible. You don't round up the fatties. You get the fatties aside separately.
You were
mean.
You knew he was like kicking these kids in school.
It is mean to let them become fat adults. That's the mean part.
All right. You know, you're talking about this tough love stuff. You don't mean a word of it. I just think it's a stupid idea. I think what they did was stupid. I think their heart was in the right place, but I think it was the most half-assed thing I've ever heard from a school.